Bud Light Platinum, and
Oh
then
my god, dude.
we had like a
Ah,
shot and like some frozen something.
Bud Light Platinum it's good, but if you drink it, I mean it's kind of a weird thing because um I don't know, with like Miller Lite and like Bud Light and your typical like you know light beers or whatever. I mean, I could probably drink like 8 or 9 of them in a night and be fine just because they're so low percentage. But with Bud Light and with IPAs, like IPAs, I really can only drink about 1 or 2,
Just
uh,
because they're so filling.
just because they're so filling, and then
Yeah,
they're so much stronger in alcohol percentage that I know if I drink more, I'm just gonna feel like doo doo the next day.
yeah.
But with Bud Light Platinum, it's different because it actually tastes really good.
It
Like
is. It's
it
much better
tastes
than like regular Bud Light.
yeah, it tastes way better, but the alcohol percentage is what, like 7%.
It's
So
deceptive.
yeah, I think the last time I had Bud Light Platinum I think I was over at Sebastian's house, and we were drinking and playing like beer pong and stuff. But I think I killed like 7 or 8 Bud Light Platinums to myself, and just blacked out and like woke up in the middle of the night and threw up all over their like carpet and
Oh
stuff.
no.
uh, and after that I was like, man, like Bud Light Platinum's good, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, that kind of happens with every beer that you throw up with, right? Like, you're like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this anymore.
Yeah, because I mean that kind of happened with like vodka. D, he's a huge vodka drinker, and back when I first started working at Applebee's, it was the cheapest, the cheapest drink you could buy, like Aristocrat vodka. It's like $6, for like a
Yeah.
pint. Like it was just super cheap, but that's what everybody kind of drank. So
Aristocrat.
one night he had come over to our old house, and I don't know, man, we probably took like 20 shots. Like I think I died and came back to life that night because like, and me and Brittany, like we didn't even make it to the bedroom. We both passed out on like a separate couch. And I remember
Uh-huh.
I woke up and I had I woke up because Brittany started throwing up. So I gave her a trash can, and then like was so like I was still just super messed up. So I grabbed one for myself and was like, I'm just going to use this if I need it. And then sure enough, like an hour later, I threw my guts out. Like it was so much that like, and it started to get like super detailed, but like it was so full of like I was throwing it up so fast that I couldn't get it out of my mouth fast enough. Yeah,
Oh God.
it was the most horrible experience I've had drinking, and then that hangover the next day was
Unparalleled.
thank God that I didn't have to work because it probably took me like 2 days to get over that. Like it was horrible,
It
but
happens. I mean, it's just sometimes you're having so much fun and you don't realize how much you're drinking,
yeah.
and suddenly you're like, oh, I feel like shit. Wait, oh no, and then you go to bed and
Yeah, that's why I told Brittany because I guess let's go ahead and start the podcast before we go any further. I've been recording and we're live now, so it's fine.
what's up, everybody?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Episode 42, Gaming with the Brothers
Drinking with the
podcast.
bros. I mean, that's
Yeah. But my name's Harrison. I'm here with my brother Nick, as always.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, we're kind of going over our some of our drinking experience. Well, I told Brittany because normally Fridays, Saturdays usually one of my buddies come over and we play DBZ and get wings and have some drinks or whatever. But on Fridays it's usually just me and Brittany. So we'll find a game to play or something, whether it's Uno or Luigi's Mansion or something, or sometimes we'll just take the speaker out and kind of just jam out to some music. And I told her, I was like, Friday, I was like, because we're refinancing our home so we can get vinyl up on the side of our house and kind of get rid of like the old wood and stuff and kind of redo the gutters to make it look really nice. But I was like, yeah, Friday, because we got to meet the company that's giving us a quote at 10:30, which it's not super early in the morning, but
on a Saturday morning.
On a Saturday morning, yeah.
Okay.
Granted, it's not super early in the morning, but sometimes we'll be up till like 2 or 3 drinking, just chilling. Kids are asleep and nothing to worry about. So, yeah. So I feel you on that.
Yeah. So got up. We were late, of course. I thought it was at 9:30, and it was actually at 9. And she was like, "Why are you dragging around?" I was like, "We got time." And she said, "No, we don't." So we kind of had to leave our friend's apartment in a hurry, and I mean, we just said we emailed the woman we were meeting with and told her it was car troubles, but I think she knew. She kept offering us water more than a normal person would, and I think we just like reeked of alcohol.
Yeah, you probably smell like it. I mean,
Yeah.
you can only brush your teeth so many times, but especially if you're drinking liquor.
Well, luckily we
Hard
had
to have.
masks on, so you can't
Oh yeah.
it doesn't seep through as much. But that was actually the venue that we liked the most, which says a lot because I am a little foggy of like the actual venue tour.
Like, I just wanna go home and sleep.
I was trying not to throw up and trying not to poop, and it was just a double whammy. But the venue was really really pretty. It's in Wake Forest, North Carolina, so it's a good central point.
Yeah.
So we found it, and I think we're gonna go with it. We ran some numbers this morning.
Sweet.
And yeah, so very excited. It was a successful weekend. It was like 18 hours of driving over 3 days.
Yeah.
So like 6 hours a day. Yeah. Just going from Charlotte to Asheville and then from Asheville to Raleigh was tough. Especially like we just went to Asheville for like an hour-long tour, and then we were back in the car.
Yeah.
And drove another 4.5 hours to Raleigh, and then had another tour there.
Well, at least you found the venue.
Yeah, we found the venue, knocked all those mini tours out in one weekend, which is good. I mean, I don't think we could have really done it any other way.
Yeah.
But it's nice though because the venue is only 3.5 hours away from DC.
Oh, that's not bad.
Like if we have to go down, I don't know, for some other reason before the wedding, we can just hop on down there on the weekend, and it won't be.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. So did that. And that's pretty much it. Just hung out with some friends from Raleigh, did some drinking, did some Smash.
Sweet.
Smash, man. Drunk Smash is like, God, it's just so fun.
Yeah.
Like I never play Smash by myself, but
I keep telling Brittany we need to break out Rock Band because I know they still update that with so many songs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the last time we tried to play, I think it was when Eric came in town. And God, this was like 4 years ago, I think. And we were pretty hammered at this point, and like the TV wasn't calibrated to Rock Band at all, so it was just a horrible experience. Yeah, and we were too messed up to even attempt to try to.
You can't
do anything about it.
Well, me and my friends, like we went through like a big stint in college of playing Rock Bands.
Yeah,
like aggressively so. Like
it's fun.
It's so much fun, man. But we had a drinking game out of it where every percentage you were off from 100. You would have to drink for that many seconds. So if you were like,
that's pretty cool.
You'd have to drink for 8 seconds.
That's awesome.
Like whipped it somehow, and you were like 80%. You were just
And
then if you got 100%, you would just choose other people to drink for.
That's pretty sweet.
Seconds, but yeah, it's a fun time. Rock Band drinking game.
You
heard it here first.
Yeah, you heard it here first, kids.
You can really make a drinking game out of anything.
You really can,
for better or worse.
Yeah. There, yeah. Well, like I always see the ones. It's like it's like whenever someone does something in a TV show, take a shot. I'm like, I'm not doing that with the shots. You're crazy. Like I'm not taking like 30 shots an episode. I'll die. I'll sip on a beer.
Yeah, like, I'm not good at like those types of drinking games because I can never remember everything that you drink. Yeah, like if we're playing like a game, like a video game, or just like a drinking game in general. Yeah,
you can set your own rules or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's way more fun than just like waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
And
excuse me for the podcast. Like ever since Thursday and Friday, I did yard work birthdays, and for some reason, like my allergies have been kicking in. I don't normally get allergies from like yard work, and it usually doesn't last as long. But yeah, I apologize if I sneeze or sound like stuffy or whatever.
Well, nasally. Bless you in advance.
Yeah. Anything else you've been doing this weekend or this week?
Not really. Just wedding tours and Tony Hawk.
Sweet. My week was it's pretty good. I decided, I think Monday that I was going to redo my office, so that's why like I've got like this new setup here.
Yeah. So where are we at? This does nothing for audio listeners, but
So okay, so like let me adjust the camera here. So like normally you're
gotcha.
looking at this.
Mhm.
So I turned my desk um like 90 degrees. So I got it facing the wall because I've always wanted like because if I don't use the green screen when I'm playing games, it's just kind of like empty space, and I don't think it looks as good. So I'm still gonna put some stuff up here. Like I've got all like my amiibos down there and stuff. And,
Yeah,
so I think it as an office, it looks way more like an office because you walk in, and you kind of like see me, you know.
it looks
Um,
a lot better. Like just looking at a screen, like
yeah, yeah. And then like I found my old Batman poster. I was like, I gotta put that up. It looks pretty cool.
yeah, and
So
the Panthers,
yeah,
Panthers thing
yeah.
behind you looks pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
I mean, I may move that at some point. I don't know. I'm just kind of, I've only streamed a couple times since I put everything up, but um,
Can you still put up the green screen if you wanted to?
yeah, I would have to either maybe, yeah, I could still put it up the same way I had before. It would probably actually look better too because it's a lot closer
Yeah,
to me now. So I still got some adjustments to do and some cleaning, but yeah, I'm liking it so far.
yeah, it looks good.
Thanks, man. And then like I said, I've been doing some yard work and stuff, and mom and dad have like that party in the woods
Hmm.
area. So that kind of inspired me and Brittany. So like behind where our swing set is, there's just like this big like jungle filled area. But if you kind of look at it in like the potential range, I guess
Right.
it's like a big like semicircle. So we were gonna clear all that out and either put like gravel or something down, and then kind of have like a similar situation and put like maybe move the fire pit out there. Have like a chill spot, kind of like right in the woods. So
Hmm.
dad came here this morning at 8 o'clock, and we cleared out like pretty much all of it. And there's a tree back there that's a huge tree, and it's leaning a little bit, and
Okay.
it's kind of like, I mean, I'm not too worried about the tree itself, but the fact that it's leaning and the fact that it's so tall, if it were to fall for whatever reason, it would like destroy like our kitchen area because it would
It's
definitely
pointed.
breach.
It's leaning towards the house.
Yeah, not in like it's a dead kind of way. It's like it's a healthy tree, but we're gonna have a guy come out and look and see maybe not getting rid of it per se, but maybe chopping off some of the limbs because like most of the limbs are on that leaning side. So I
Yeah.
think
So
if we get rid of that, but we're going to ask him if whenever he's chopping up the wood to just use the mulch and spray it as like a base in
oh,
the
that's smart.
area. So I think that would be pretty cool. So
Nice. I
that
didn't. I
was
didn't know that was your property. I didn't know your.
we
I didn't know
actually
how far it
did
went.
not know that. We actually had to. Me and Dad went out to the woods and actually found the property line.
Mhm.
So where we want to do it, we still have like another couple feet.
Cool.
So that was pretty cool. But yeah, that's kind of like our big project going
Next
on.
project.
Yeah, we were gonna wait until the fall where stuff started to die, but you know how Dad is. You give him an idea and he wants to
He's on it.
jump on it. So
Especially something like this.
yeah, and then if we have any money left over for the refinance, we'll probably just use that for the tree and stuff, and then use that to get gravel or whatever we want to put back there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is kind of our thing.
Good stuff.
Let's go ahead and jump into some what we've been playing.
All right. Well, I know you've played a little bit of this today, but Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remaster came out
Ooh.
Thursday at 9 p.m. last week.
Oh, was it 9?
Yeah, it was a 9. I didn't know this until our friend Ben called, and he was like, "You're getting it right, and you're playing it at 9 in like an hour." And I was like, "I wasn't gonna get it until Sunday when I got back from Raleigh, but I didn't know you could play it at 9."
Is that something they just started doing? Because I know, West Coast, they get to play at 9 because we get it early, but
It might have just been for this release,
okay.
and I think you had to have pre-ordered it to unlock it at 9, potentially. I don't really know, but yeah, it was available at 9, and I was able to get on play a few levels.
Sweet.
And then today I went through and did all the challenges for every level in both 1 and 2, and
You done with it?
I'm done. Yeah.
Dang.
I mean, there's still like all the other challenges that you can do, like find all the gaps or
Yeah.
get so many points in one level or things like. Well, those are some of the main challenges, but there are a lot of other challenges you can do on each stage.
Right. Like hidden
know,
challenges, kind of.
Yeah, and then getting the stat points on all the characters.
Yeah.
Like I played through the game as Tony Hawk, and then I just made a created character.
Mm-hmm.
So I might play through them using that character and try to get stat points and build them out.
So I've played. I 100. Well, I guess I finished the warehouse and got all the did all the challenges and stuff from. Because I don't remember. I mean, I know I definitely played 1 and 2 back in the day, but didn't play it that much. I don't think. Going from the beginning into the end, does it ever get repetitive with some of the challenges, like collecting skate all the time, or is it just more? It's just kind of easy and it's just kind of fun just to.
It's not repetitive. I don't think
because they're in different spots too, so it's like some are a little bit more challenging to get to.
Yeah, like every level has like 3 or 4 challenges that are completely separate from the other level, and then there's like your skate, your find 5 of these items, get this score, get this combo.
Yeah,
and those are similar across every level, but they're different enough in a way where like the skate letters are spread out in they're spread out much wider than they were on school or something like that. So there definitely was enough variety.
Okay.
I mean, there was a point where I just couldn't find some stuff, and it took a while, but I persevered. But I don't think it was like repetitive.
Yeah.
In any way.
Okay.
And
cool.
I don't really remember playing 1 and 2. I think I jumped on with 3.
Was 3 the one where like it was? You went to like an edge of the cliff and some dude was peeing. Is that 3? You remember that one?
Yeah. It
was that 3?
The snowy map.
Yeah, right? I think so.
Snowy map, and then there was like the haunted cul-de-sac.
Yeah,
the cul-de-sac with the haunted house.
Yeah, that's
what I remember.
Do they have stuff like that in this game where if you do a something like you grind on something certain, it'll like create some sort of event that happens within the map or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. I would say more so with the second one than the first.
Right.
There are definitely like secret areas like that where if you do something specific, something will happen.
Okay, that's cool.
That's how you get some of the tapes, like the secret tapes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there are definitely some secret areas. And
sweet. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure you know this, but the game feels fantastic.
Oh yeah, it looks great. It feels great. I was playing it, and then all of a sudden I was like, some MGK started playing like one of his new songs, and I was like, I didn't realize they had newer songs in, which is cool. Like it's still got that punk poppy kind of vibe to it, and all the songs are kind of like some of the songs I knew and some I didn't know, but it's got it. It plays so good.
It's all like even the new songs are weirdly nostalgic.
Yeah,
playing.
I mean, they got that vibe.
Yeah, they have that good vibe, and I wish it was longer. I wish 3 and 4 were on there, and I'm sure there will be a 3 and 4 remaster eventually because I think this is doing really, really well.
Yeah, I think so too.
Wise.
And it's reviews. So reviews wise, it's done good. I hope it sells great. So yeah, they can do 3 and 4, and then maybe I don't know, Underground 1 and 2. Like, God, that was so much fun.
I don't know if that'll hold up as well.
Yeah, because with the voice acting, and it's like pretty silly, but I don't know.
And it's like open world, but either way, I would love to have it in the graphical capacity as the first 2.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, it looks great.
I'm thinking about trying to 100% this game achievement wise.
Okay.
So we'll see. I got the 1 million point combo today.
Oh God.
Yeah, I did it on the warehouse level.
You did? Well, you just do manuals?
So this is a good trick that I found out. But so you go down that first hill.
Yeah.
Like where you start. And then there are 3, like right when you go down, there are 3 quarter pipes.
Yeah.
behind you. So if you just grind, jump to each one of those, and then wall plant off, and then just grind back and forth doing tricks in between each
Yeah.
volley, then you can get up pretty high
Dang.
quickly. So that's how I did the 1,000,000 points. And there's one achievement for 1,000,000 points in a session, and then there's one for 1,000,000 points in a combo. So I got both of those on Warehouse. It's a good spot to
because you do the way you do the wall plant. You do it's what backwards A or something.
I think you just press A when you hit a wall.
Okay, because I did it, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Okay,
but sweet, yeah, dude, I love like Tony Hawk, man. Because that's the first thing I did. It was like I just immediately up down on the D-pad to do the manual. I was just like, and it was like 100,000 points. I was like, yes, this is great.
Did you go through the tutorial when you started?
I did, because when I was downloading it, it said because the game's still downloaded, you can only do free skate or tutorial. So I did a little bit of free skate, and then I jumped into the tutorial just to kind of refresh everything.
I'm glad I did the tutorial because I feel like I forgot how to play after years of skate and then playing Skater XL.
Yeah.
Like
it's pretty simple though. It's a lot of fun.
It's simple. It's almost like they do have the flick controls like Skate did.
Yeah.
Like it kind of feels like that in a way.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun. I also played the multiplayer about an hour ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the multiplayer. So there's two modes you can do. One is called Jam.
Okay.
And the other one is competitive. I did the Jam mode. And what it does, it'll just put you on a random map with like 8 or 10 other people. And it'll, give you a 2-minute timer and an objective. It might be like get the highest combo or get this combo threshold, like 100,000. First one to do it wins. Or just first person to get to 150,000 points. It might be just like a jam session where you're just skating for 2 minutes and whoever gets the most points wins.
Mm-hmm.
There's a graffiti mode where like you're supposed to like tag the most obstacles by like doing a trick on them.
Yeah.
And then people can take your obstacles by just doing a better trick and getting more points on that obstacle.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I played for about 30 minutes and it was really fun. It was really cool.
Now, do they have the fireball mode, the tag mode, where you can like you do a kickflip and you
like hit somebody with a fireball?
Yeah, do you remember that mode?
I think I do, but I don't know if they have it.
Okay, I think that was maybe first introduced in like American Wasteland, so it might not be on there.
Oh yeah, probably not. Maybe it's in split screen.
Maybe
split screen mode. I'm not sure.
That used to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, but it's cool though. Like you'll just you'll play that rounds and you'll be on the same map for like 5 rounds, but it'll just like immediately pull you to another objective.
Okay.
So you're not like getting kicked out to a loading screen. So I just stayed with the same people for like 10 rounds.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and there wasn't much lag. Like the frame rate was okay. Like I didn't have a lot of hope or faith in Tony Hawk doing a good multiplayer type game. After like hearing about Skate 5 and how terrible that was. Or not Skate 5, Pro Skate 5.
They skipped 4.
They skipped 4. That sounds about right for EA.
Like, sorry guys, we're not playing. We're actually doing 5 instead of 4.
We're in Skate 10. Because it's that much of a graphical leap from Skate.
We're skating Skate 10.
Skate. Oh, that's pretty good. I like that a lot. Yeah, Tony Hawk's amazing. I love it.
Yep. I'm definitely gonna play some more of it.
Yeah, you should. You have to. And I think we can play together too. I don't know in what form that would take, but we can definitely play together.
Sweet.
Yeah. And how do you like the game sharing too?
That's pretty cool. I mean, like for the most part. So does it work? I guess we can both be playing the same game at the same time, right?
Yeah. Were you playing? Okay. Were you playing?
I think I was
playing.
I think I was playing while you were playing. So I think you can, because like with the Switch, you can't if you're if someone downloads your profile.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I mean,
nice.
Pretty cool.
For those who are listening, me and Harrison just started game sharing. So that means we set each other's Xbox as our home Xboxes. Or
Yeah.
it's at each other. Yeah, yeah. And then you get access to all their games.
Right.
Play them, with no limits.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I could just kind of download whatever games you've bought over the years, and vice versa.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anything else that you've been playing?
Not really. Just more Skater XL before
Gotcha.
Tony Hawk came out.
So lots of skateboarding.
Lots of skateboarding.
Yeah, it's a good time, man. It's a good time to be alive.
Good time.
So I played a little bit more. Tell me why. I played for maybe like another 45 minutes to an hour. I think Kellen had started coming in and was asking me questions. So it's one of those games where you just kind of you really have to pay attention to the story. But it kind of took an interesting turn that I don't want to spoil because it was not something that I was expecting. Not like I know last week I talked about how you have like not superpowers, but you have like some sort of I don't know, connection ability with your twin or whatever, where you could see memories of the past or whatever, and you can also hear the other person's like in your head. But yeah, the story wise, it took an interesting direction. So still cool. I don't know. I might stick with it. I know I was wrong. I think it's just chapter 1 that's out right now.
Okay,
and then 2 and 3 will come out later. So I might finish chapter 1, and if it ends up being worthwhile, I might stick with it and play 2 and 3 when they come out. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge I was really into The Walking Dead, and then I kind of fell off that. So I'm not a huge episodic kind of person, I guess.
I'm not either. I'd rather just play it all at once.
Yeah, and there's not much to other than like the story. There's not much to the game so far as like mechanics wise. I mean, it's a lot of exploring like a room and picking up objects and kind of like hearing the person talk about it. So, or like a memory they have with it. So if you're not into that style of game, you're probably not going to like it, but the story is interesting enough to where I might stick with it. I don't know.
Do you know how close you are to the end of chapter 1?
I have no idea. Like I have no idea how long. It doesn't have at least I don't think it has a percentage.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not sure. I probably got a couple hours left at least.
Gotcha.
I'm almost done with Paper Mario. I just cleared the 5th streamer. I fought the scissors. Interesting kind of fight. Like the one hit, if you don't dodge it and die, it's kind of interesting. And then how like cocky the scissors is. He's like, I'll put this sheath on me so I can't attack you. And then you have to be careful and not to break the sheath. Pretty cool fight. I died one time, which was a little annoying because you have to fight the turtle guy again that shoots like
mache turtle.
Yeah, so I mean that was I died one time and it was fine.
Yep.
But yeah, it was definitely, I'm definitely enjoying the game. Definitely want to see it to the end. I think the boss fights are really what's keeping me going. Mm-hmm. Like I said before, the actual fighting is I'm kind of over it. I am over it. It's pretty, I don't know. It's pretty boring, the actual like ring style. But the all the boss fights have been pretty interesting and different. So,
how have you liked the 5th streamer? Like the area?
Pretty good. I mean, like the whole like the chom chom thing, escaping that part was pretty fun. Yeah, it was a cool part. I think like you said, I think it was like definitely the shortest kind of part. I felt like.
Yeah.
I did not like that stupid television show theme.
Oh, you didn't like that?
I think I had played it at like real late at night, so I was already kind of tired. And I think I lost most of the mini games. I don't know why. Yeah. I ended up like being the last one and ended up getting over the threshold of 100 points. But yeah, it was just kind of frustrating to me. I think it was just because I was like extra tired and was just ready to be done with it.
Yeah, I kind of made it by the skin of my teeth too.
Yeah,
because I don't know why I could not do the one, even the most even the easiest one I missed, but it was the one where all the Shy Guys are coming to the spa and you have to count
Yeah.
them. Like I was so sure that it was a certain number, and then you have to like move the ring to actually.
Yeah, that's the part where I
remember.
struggled with. I could
Mhm.
count the Shy Guys. I think I missed one because I counted wrong, but I could not for any of them line up the rings to equal the number.
I just didn't
That
understand how I was supposed to do it.
yeah, and they don't, and like the fact that they don't give you like they only give you like 30 seconds to do it. It was kind of bull.
Yeah.
And then what was the other ones?
There's one where you unscramble.
Unscramble. That one was I think I did most of that. Oh no, I think I did those like 50-50. And then there was the race one. The race one was super easy.
Yeah, the race one was easy. There's one more, right? There's four.
Yeah, there was. It was the ninja one where you have to keep a track of the ninjas.
Yeah, that one wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I think I did that one 50-50 too. But yeah, the whole thing was just kind of annoying. And then there was the like the sudden death or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, I don't know. And I just looked up the answer before I even went into it, just so I knew, because I just did not want to fail. If I would have failed, I probably wouldn't have beat the game or finished it.
I was done
because it was that annoying.
Well, I wonder if like if you died and went back and you just wanted to get through it, I wonder if you could have just looked at the answers for all of them, because I wonder if like the one that's worth 10 points. I wonder if the answer changed.
Oh yeah, probably not. I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not. But yeah,
it would have been annoying to go through because it's kind of randomized.
Yeah,
you just get 50 and another 50.
Yeah, but yeah, other than that part, and then just the overall main combat, I'm not a huge fan of. But yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing it.
You don't have far to go at all. Probably less than an hour.
Oh wow. Okay. I'll probably finish it tomorrow then, because usually that's what I've been doing, is just kind of playing it between calls and stuff like that. So Sweet. All right, you want to go ahead and jump into the Mario news?
Actually, before we do,
yeah,
I forgot to mention I played some more Nier.
Okay.
I think I'm like 4 or 5 hours in, but it's gotten to a really interesting point in the story. I don't know if I want to dedicate 25 hours to that story.
Yeah.
And want to play all of that, but the story is really interesting, and I think I know where it's going to go. But we'll see. I would recommend it if you're a fan of Platinum games, because the combat is it's pretty stellar.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that was one game that I've been wanting to try, but just never got around to it.
It's a weird one. It's so over sexualized in a weird way.
Yeah.
Just by the character alone, nothing else really. Well, there are a few things, but yeah, the character is just so.
Yeah, that's kind of like. Kind of weird. I don't know. That's kind of like that Japanese kind of style. Like they're always very over sexualized. Of like, not always, but there's a lot of games that are like overly sexualized and stuff like that. So,
but I guess you can kind of expect that from Platinum Games because they did Bayonetta.
Yeah.
So, guess it's run of the mill for them.
Yeah, run of the mill.
Yeah, good game.
Cool.
All right, let's get into this juicy Mario news, okay?
Cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and kind of. I mean, I know we've got a list, but we can kind of start wherever. I'm gonna bring up Nintendo's website here.
You want to start from the beginning and kind of.
Just kind of talk about everything.
Yeah.
Just start from the list that we have.
Start from chronologically in the.
Okay. Is there like a website that shows exactly that? Or is it on Nintendo's website? Because I can't exactly remember what got announced first.
I think I can remember.
Okay.
So the first thing so there was a Nintendo Direct on Friday? Thursday.
Was it Friday?
No, because I wasn't working on Friday. It was Thursday.
It was Thursday. Okay. Yeah, Nintendo likes their Thursdays.
Yeah, so they stealth dropped a Mario themed Direct at 9 a.m. on Thursday. It's kind of weird. I was gaming. Do you know Game Explain?
No.
Oh, but well, anyways, they started streaming 5 minutes before it started because they heard there was a rumor of it.
Yeah.
and they were just like refreshing Nintendo's YouTube page, and
Nice.
like it actually happened. So
Wow.
pretty cool. But yeah, it was a like a 16-minute long presentation.
Yeah, pretty long.
Yeah, kind of just talking about Mario's 35th anniversary, which I believe is on September 13th
Okay.
of this year.
September. Yeah, because that's. No, wait. I was going to say that's Mario Day, but that's in March.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, because like you had texted and you're like, well, we finally got our announcement. And I was like, well, what the heck are you talking about? And then like I pulled up like the IGN app and it was like Mario. I was like, oh my god! And I just like immediately closed it out and then jumped into the direct. Luckily, luckily when you text me, I just went on break, so I was like, all right, I gotta watch this.
Yeah.
So
So the first thing they announced was a Super Mario Game and Watch.
yeah, I think I want this thing. I
It
don't know why.
cool. It's just Game and Watch, and it plays how many Super Marios?
I don't know.
Few, right?
It's like 4 or 5. It's like what 1, 2, like
Worlds?
the Lost Files or something.
Mm-hmm.
Some other stuff. I think it's like 3 or 4, at least 3 to 5 games, something like that.
Yeah.
They didn't announce a price of this, do they?
I don't believe they did.
Okay.
If they did, it was like $60.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I remember. Maybe that's what it is. $60.
Yeah.
But it's got an LED screens in color.
Yep.
Like the original Game and Watch was in black and white, so it's definitely an upgrade from that. It's got 2 buttons and a D-pad. It looks like a Game and Watch, just updated to current gen, I guess.
Yeah.
Current standards, I should say. So yeah, that's. I mean, you think you're gonna get it?
Oh, for sure. Even if I play it one time, I just want it as like a collector's item.
It's a cool novelty item to have. I mean, Nintendo just has that way of making something that you would never get from another company, but they're like, but look at ours,
Yeah, it's. I mean, like the NES Classic, the Super NES.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I never got the PS1 Classic because it just never. I just didn't have that nostalgia. Well, I didn't really have a nostalgia for the NES or Super NES because I didn't play them back then. But yeah, Nintendo just has that way of just making you want to pull out your wallet and spend some money on some cool stuff.
I don't know how they do it, but they do a good job.
Yeah.
All right. After that, they announce Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury coming February 2021.
Yep. Full price, $60 for that. At first, I was like, okay, cool, like that's kind of expected. And then they announced that little tidbit at the end with the Bowser's Fury, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get this game. I know we had been texting back and forth last week about it, but I mean, I didn't spend $60 for Mario for 3D World because it came with my Wii U, so I don't feel bad about necessarily double dipping. And the fact that like Kellen's been so high on Mario lately, specifically this one, like I really want to get it just to kind of replay it on the Switch. Maybe a little bit upgraded graphics, and of course the Bowser's Fury. I know they're going to announce what that is down the road, but yeah, super excited for this.
Let's talk about that. What do you think this expansion or this add-on is?
I mean, probably a new. I would imagine maybe another world or whatever, like another grid that you go around on. I don't know how much. I don't know, man. Like maybe 2 or 3. I don't know. I have no idea what it could be. I mean, just from what it looked like it was just another, like maybe a grid, like another world. But
it's weird though because it didn't have those grid like features. Like like you could just explore that world for what it was, but it probably will be, just another world.
Yeah,
I think it'll be hard. I think it'll be like some serious challenge levels.
Yeah, I hope so.
Like kind of like Super Luigi U was.
Yeah.
Just harder difficulty.
Yep.
I'm excited for it. Nonetheless, I mean, 3D World is like criminally underappreciated because it came out on the Wii U, but that game is truly amazing.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's got fantastic multiplayer. Yeah, just a great game, great mechanics. They introduce a lot of new stuff, like the
Mhm.
cat suit, and then like the ability to like split up into 2 or 4 Marios. And then
Yeah, that's super cool.
they had a lot of weird gamepad quirks where you could blow into the gamepad, and you could use the touchscreen. So I don't know how they'll they'll do those
Right.
in this version, but I'm sure they'll have a fix for those.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Hopefully they do. I don't know. I mean, they could easily use the touchscreen, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work.
Mm. So I was, watching some YouTube videos on the Wednesday before it was announced.
Yeah.
And specifically, I was watching a video that was talking about someone was saying that, I can't remember who it was, but someone on a podcast was saying that originally the plan was to announce all this at E3
Mm-hmm.
and then have the 3D collection come out, sometime in September or October, and then have 3D World come out in November.
Yeah.
Be like their holiday release, or vice versa, actually.
Okay.
But due to COVID, everything got pushed back.
Right.
So that's why we're having 3D World later, and same for the 3D collection. Or 3D
Which I'm
All-Stars.
kind of more okay with that because these games are, they're relatively long games, and I feel like, especially since we're getting the collection first, I'm going to want to play through all those. Yeah. So I feel like playing that through the holiday, and then when February rolls around, I might be, I'll be ready for 3D World when that comes out.
Exactly. So. Yeah, it's not like you can't just play 3D World in Wii U.
Right now, yeah.
So it's not that hard of a wait.
I wonder if it's been removed from Wii U.
That's a good question.
But maybe not, because it was still $60, so probably not.
Oh, it didn't get the.
They never got like Nintendo selected, whatever. No.
Okay, well, it's probably still on there then.
Okay,
cool. Well, after that, I think they announced Super Mario All-Stars was coming to Nintendo Online service.
Yeah, the original one, yeah.
Yeah, the original All-Stars. So it's like Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, World, and a few others.
Yeah, Lost Files, and then something else, maybe.
I don't know if I'm going to play this, because...
Yeah, I don't know. I might dabble into it, but yeah, probably not. I haven't really played much of anything on the Nintendo Online's selection of stuff.
Yeah, me neither.
Just because I've played those games a lot now, and they're pretty much all the same ones that have been on the Super NES and NES.
We've seen them before.
Yeah, so meh. Yeah, I might check it out, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, same for me. I don't know if I'm gonna necessarily check these out.
Yeah, if it was like, if you had to pay for it, I would not touch it. But since it's included, I guess, into your subscription, I'll dabble.
Speaking of being included in your subscription,
yes,
Super Mario 35.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is like this is such a cool announcement I was not expecting at all.
Yeah, so it's like Tetris 99.
Yeah,
almost the same
concept,
except it's 35 players.
Yeah,
and you can't see other players on your actual level.
Mm-hmm.
You can see their progress on the left and right of your screen, and then
like Tetris does. Yeah,
like Tetris does, and you can send enemies at other players, and other players can send enemies at you, and you're just trying to reach. Either trying to reach the goal fast, or you're just going as long as you can.
I think you're going as long as you can.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's the way it is. But yeah, man, this looks super cool.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Comes out in October? Or later in September?
October, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks cool, man. I really enjoyed Tetris 99 for what it's worth. I wasn't super good at it, but it was very interesting. And as soon as I think the popularity of that probably kickstarted this idea. But yeah, this looks very cool. Very, very surprising. Was not expecting anything like this.
Yeah, this was like the sleeper hit of the Direct. It's kind of building up that value proposition for Nintendo Online slowly but surely.
Yeah.
It's weird that this is a limited release. It's only available until March.
Yeah, and we'll get to that with All Stars as well. Yeah, this is weird. I don't understand the 3D All Stars limitation. I kind of have some thoughts on that, but this one's weird. I don't understand why, unless they're just trying to get subscriptions like now, for whatever reason. So I don't know.
Because I guess the year of Mario, like Super Mario 35th anniversary got pushed into March because it was delayed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it just would have been from August to the end of the year or something like that before COVID. But
now this is going to be, you can still play it after this, right? After March?
No.
Oh no. That's weird.
Yeah, it's just it's really weird.
Huh.
You can't play this after March.
Even if you already downloaded, you can't play.
Yep.
Wow. That's I did not know that. That's very interesting.
Yeah, really weird.
I wonder if, depending on how popular it might come back. I don't know.
Would they just make it Super Mario 36?
I don't know. That's weird, man. Like, I don't know.
Odd choice.
Yeah.
For sure. Either way, it looks exciting, and we'll take advantage of it.
Yeah, while we can.
With the time that we do have.
Yeah.
And then next up was Super Mario Kart Live. This one, when it was first shown, I was like, is this just a new Mario Kart? That's really weird.
Yeah. That's what it looked like at first.
Like, okay, this is real life. Like, this is, looking through a camera.
Yeah, you look through so if you don't know, it comes with a Mario and Luigi, like RC race car kind of thing, and it comes with some stand, like some flags and some other kind of stuff. And it's got a camera on top, so you look through your Switch and you can control the RC car with your Switch, which is really cool. Genius. And then it's like in game, like there's like AR kind of stuff going on, virtual reality stuff kind of going on within the game, or within the world that you don't obviously you wouldn't see in real life. But yeah, it looks really cool. Looks really cool.
I would love nothing more than if this worked as they showed it. I don't know. It doesn't look possible.
Yeah, it looks very, very gimmicky right now. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, because this thing comes out in October, I think.
Yeah.
So hopefully they show a little bit more on this to try and like actually show how it works. What would be super cool, and it being Nintendo and how like I don't know how annoying they are with their online. It'd be super cool if I could play with you and like control the other car, but I don't think that would work. That seems like it would be too hard to. So like if I could be like in your apartment or at home playing in your apartment, that'd be kind of cool.
See that would make me get it, I think.
But I think just with I don't know how it would work on like a network, and also I think Nintendo would be afraid that someone would hack into it and drive around your home or something. Which that is understandable, but
that's creepy to think about.
Yeah. So I don't think it'll be online. But and they did confirm that it's $100, Nick.
It's $100.
Okay. Right. So you get 2 cars, Mario and Luigi, and then you get some more items to kind of make your track, I guess. Mm-hmm. I mean, it looks cool. We didn't confirm, or like, I mean, not much was shown other than that trailer. But it didn't show how it worked in 2-player mode, right? It was just 1-player mode.
Shoot.
So I didn't know if it showed like if it was split screen. So if you play on like the big screen, you can use 2 Pro controllers or whatever you use to play. I didn't know if that got confirmed or not.
I thought in the video, someone came. Like another kid came in the video and sat down and started playing. I thought it was on their own Switch.
Okay.
Because I don't know how that would work controlling 2 like Bluetooth items.
Yeah.
From the same console. I don't know if that'd be possible.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Maybe if you used like the 2 Pro controllers and then had your Switch docked, or the 2 Joy-Cons, but
yeah.
That would be kind of weird if they sold it as a 2-player thing, but you could only play one if you only had one Switch. That would be kind of weird. Mm-hmm. but I guess maybe they're banking on people having lights as well. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe that would be weird. I don't know how that would work.
Or maybe it's just split screen, and then you just use, like I said, 2 controllers or something. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure we'll get some more information on that soon, since it's releasing next month. And I think that was it before they went into the big thing.
Yeah.
Maybe there was another small announcement that I'm forgetting.
October 16th is when it's Mario Kart Live Home Circuit.
Okay.
I'm just trying to look and see kind of like what it looks like.
I'm not sure if I'm going to pick this up.
House with up to 3 friends. Okay, so zoom around the house with up to 3 friends. So it looks like they're going to be selling other ones as well, other cars maybe at some point. Bring along some friends to race around your custom course and custom race or Grand Prix. Just make sure each player has their own Nintendo Switch system. Okay.
So you would I'm assuming you would download the game for free from the eShop and then.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds like what. Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then the Mario Kart game and a Mario Kart or Luigi Kart has their own Nintendo system. The Mario Kart Live. Oh, they have to have the game too.
Oh.
So just make sure each player has their own Nintendo Switch system, the Mario Kart Live Home Circuit game, and a Mario Kart or Luigi Kart.
So if you're getting that for your kids or
that kind of sucks.
That's $160 investment. If
I guess
have Switches.
Yeah, I guess they're just that super sucks because you gotta spend $200 if you want to play with your kid. If they already have if you both have Switches.
Well, it'd be $260 because you gotta. I'm assuming the game, like if you want to buy the base game without buying.
Yeah, maybe that's an option. You can just buy one package to get both cars, and then just plop out another $60, so it's $160 for assuming that you already have 2 Switches in your home. It's weird.
Isn't that kind of dumb though? Like, why would they give you 2 if you have to buy it again?
Or maybe it's just one. Let's see what's in the box.
Maybe the game itself is a free download.
I don't know. I don't know if it says, because it says choose your driver and hit the track. So Mario or Luigi. So does it come with both? Because if it only came with one, that would make more sense. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay. Yep. So it's $100. You get the game and you get the cart.
Just one?
Just one cart, yep.
Gotcha. Okay, well, that clears everything up then.
So 200. So assuming that you have 2 Switches in your home, you're plopping out $200 for this thing. If you want to get both.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it might not be as fun with 2 people, just because, I mean, depending on how big your home is, you might not be able to have a track that's big. Who knows? I don't know. So
yeah, I really couldn't do much in my apartment.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
maybe I'll get it.
I think because Kellen's so into Mario that I'm probably gonna at least get one of them, try it out, and see how we like it. Just because I'm curious, because it's very interesting.
Yeah,
it looks super cool.
It's really interesting.
So, yeah, maybe we'll do that, and maybe I'll do like a video or something, like record the actual game, and then, assuming I can actually play it without, maybe if it's docked, but maybe I can't. But yeah, it looks cool. I might pick this up for Kellen and play with it.
I'm sure he would love that.
So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the big item.
The world's worst kept secret.
Yeah,
it's finally been announced.
Yeah, so they announced Super Mario 3D All Stars. Full price, $60, comes with the original Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and the first Mario Galaxy game. Uh, not necessarily remakes or anything like that. They up-res the graphics, so it's going to look better, but it's still going to have like I would imagine that the Mario 64 game is probably going to look as good as maybe the one for the DS that came out.
Yeah,
probably. I mean, obviously a little bit better. It's going to be in HD and stuff like that, and the aspect ratios are going to be updated.
It's not full screen though.
It's not.
It's not widescreen.
It's not widescreen.
No.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
Huh. See, that's what I was kind of hoping that they would be full remakes.
I was too. I really was hoping that we'd at least get Super Mario 64 remade.
Yeah, that would
Sunshine,
really cool.
Galaxy, like whatever. Like Galaxy looks pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
So does Sunshine, but yeah, kind of weird. I'm definitely gonna replay it, but it's gonna be hard to play on a game that's not like widescreen or full screen or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. I'm just trying. I've got the thing pulled up here.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I'm that's kind of a bummer. I did not know that it wasn't widescreen, so that kind of sucks. But that being said, it's still a great package for if you've never played these games before, because they're some of the best 3D Mario games right there.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, $60 comes with the 3 games, but it's only available until the end of March of next year.
Yeah, available from September 18th, which is very soon.
Yeah.
Like less than 2 weeks away at this point.
Yeah.
And it's only available until March. So why?
So I did a YouTube video on this, just kind of like trying to think trying to express my thoughts. So obviously March is like the end of, most companies' financial quarters. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking that they want you to get this game, and the fact that it's going to be limited, I think it's probably going to sell super well.
Yeah.
Because I went ahead and as soon as you texted me about Best Buy, I went ahead and pre-ordered mine on Amazon because I definitely want like a digital copy of this.
Digital, physical,
or physical. Sorry, physical. Okay. So I'm thinking that they're going to push it heavily this coming quarter, and then after that, or sometime either maybe a week or so before or whatever, they're going to announce these games as separate packages. So maybe they'll be $30, $40. I doubt they can get away with them being full priced, but I think that they might release these individually as like $20, $30, $40, and then maybe they'll announce like Galaxy 2 as like its own standalone thing,
like a standalone remake, or
probably just like this is. Okay. That's kind of my thoughts, because like a lot of people were wondering why Galaxy 2 wasn't included with this. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, and why it's limited. It's just weird that it's going to be limited. That's the only reason why I can think of that it's limited, that they're going to eventually release these as a standalone. Do you have any thoughts on that, on why?
I mean, I think you could be right. I don't know how they would get away with charging $30 for Super Mario 64. Galaxy and Sunshine, I can almost understand, but you think if they broke them up, they would charge a higher price, right? Like it wouldn't just be $20 per.
Yeah, I think it would be at least 30.
Okay. Well, that's a tough pill to swallow if they're not actually doing any remakes to these games.
Yeah.
There might be a point where, sometime next year they announce Nintendo 64 coming to Nintendo Online, and Super Mario is included in that. Yeah, so that could be another possibility. I don't know what would happen with Sunshine and Galaxy in that case. Maybe they would just be lost to time. But I think your projection is more reliable. Like they would probably just sell this collection until then, and then break them up. And
yeah, because it just doesn't make sense to release this thing and then just kill it, because I think this thing would sell well for a long time, and that's the only thing I can think of them breaking these things apart. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's kind of a bummer either way if you think about it, because I hate for someone to have to spend $30 for like Mario 64 or something. It's good for Sunshine people because Sunshine is like, I mean, it's like $100 now or something for the GameCube version. So
Yeah.
you're finally able to get this game for cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know the mentality behind this for sure. So it's weird. It's very weird.
Yeah. It's never really happened before. Like,
And even I guess we should specify, even the digital version is only available until March as well.
Yeah,
I could understand the physical,
mm-hmm.
but even the digital version is being, discontinued, which is so strange.
And of course, scalpers are going to be terrible with these games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really bad. I mean, it's already the number one bestseller on Amazon, or number 2 or something.
Yeah.
For the entire year. And it was just announced last week. So, I mean, that's kind of wild. And obviously they're going to be really, really popular. So I don't get it. Like, unless they're really trying to push financial numbers for their fiscal year earnings release.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're doing extremely well from Animal Crossing. And if they had this on top of that, I mean, that would be like incredible. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. They'll probably break him up either soon after or, sometime later.
Yeah. So if you're even thinking about getting this game, pre-order it, get it. Hopefully there won't be, any sort of not delays. Yeah, stock issues. Hopefully they'll print a ton of these things. And obviously you can get it digitally and that's not an issue at all, but yeah, if you plan on if you want this thing, just go ahead and get it. Go ahead and fork out the money, because if you don't, it's going to be super expensive in the long run. And
or you just won't be able to get it.
Or you just won't be able to get it. Just depends on the situation. So yeah, I went ahead and it was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, for sure.
The fact that it's not widescreen is a huge bummer, but I guess that's fine.
I'm a little disappointed that they didn't do full-on remakes, but I'm a sucker. So eventually, if they did just a full-on remake of 64, I would probably buy that at $60.
Yeah. I really wish they would have, like, even if they would have broke these things apart and sold them for $60 a piece, but they were full remakes. Maybe, like you said, we're suckers for Nintendo, so we probably would have just got them regardless.
Yeah, but I do understand how it might be unreasonable for 3 games to get completely remade.
Oh yeah,
Still
definitely.
sell it at a $60 price tag.
Yeah,
or just do that in a time frame that's reasonable too. Like it's hard to up-res a game. I mean, it's got to be even harder to remake one.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to jump into first? Are you going to start chronologically, or?
I'll probably hop into 64, just to hit that nostalgia, for me. But I'm most excited. I don't know. I'm really excited to play Sunshine again. That is such like an underrated Mario game. It's fantastic. But Galaxy, I think I want to play the most because I never actually beat that game. I played it. I remember you having it for the Wii, and I played it a little bit, but I never got super into it. I've never played Galaxy 2. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing Galaxy.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure if I ever beat it now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Same for Sunshine. I don't think I ever beat that one either. I played a lot of it, but
I don't remember beating Sunshine, but
from what I heard, it falls apart at the end.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But yeah, just I was super excited Thursday because I mean, like I said, in the last couple of weeks, Kellen has been super high on Mario, so his excitement for it just kind of boosted my overall excitement. And I've been playing so much Mario here recently that I forgot like how good those games are. Like I forgot how good 3D World was. I forgot how much fun Odyssey was. Just like the big open world areas, especially the first time you go to the sand level. I can't remember what it's called, like the desert. Like how big it is, and it's so much fun to explore. So yeah, man, Mario.
There's just so many little things. I need to go back and replay Odyssey.
Yeah.
Just on a different account, just so I can get all the
Yeah, that's what I did for
games.
Kellen. I set up his own profile so he could start from scratch.
That's cool.
And there's not. I mean, and like I said, I put the assist mode on, so it has like the little arrows pointing exactly where to go, where the stars are. So that's definitely helpful because obviously you can't read, cool. Being 3. So yeah, super cool, super cool.
Ah, man, I cannot wait for this collection.
Yeah. So honestly, as a direct, how did you felt like it was pretty good?
Yeah, as a direct, I thought it was really good. It had the things we wanted. It had the 3D All Stars and 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, and then we got stuff that we didn't expect that just came out of left field, like Super Mario 35, Super Mario Kart Live. I mean, those are things that just it's classic Nintendo, where they'll give you what you want, and then they'll add some other stuff in.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the first direct that I want everything on this list. Obviously a little bit more excitement for other things, but I mean, everything seemed pretty appealing to me. And I don't know if that's just because everything's Mario based and Mario's cool. I don't know. But so now that we've finally gotten a proper, well, I guess you can't even call this a proper direct because it's still specific. Do you think we'll get at least one more direct for the year, or do you think that this is probably it for Nintendo's holiday time? Because we still have nothing for November or December, so maybe they'll have something, one more direct or something that I couldn't imagine having like anything Zelda related at this point. I don't know.
I think this is it. I think any November or December games that they announce is just going to be through a tweet or a post.
I mean, they got Pikmin coming up too, so
yeah, Pikmin's their October game, and usually their biggest game comes out in November, December. So I wouldn't know what to expect. I wouldn't expect like a Breath of the Wild 2 to come out in November.
No, definitely not.
But I just don't know if they have enough games to announce to put in a like 35 to 40 minute direct, because they've been parceling these out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised 3D All Stars isn't coming out a little bit later, like September. The fact that it's coming out, like you said, in less than 2 weeks, it's crazy how fast it's coming out, which is awesome because we don't have to wait for it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they have one more surprise like up their sleeves, but I mean, it was a good direct.
Yeah. Also, next year is Zelda's 35th anniversary, so
I'm expecting some big stuff, man. Yeah. I'm expecting to drop some cash next year.
I think we'll get Skyward Sword next year for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's coming. I think it's coming for the
35th. I'm hoping that we'll get a really early direct for Zelda. Maybe get Skyward Sword remake or something sometime in the summer, and then Breath of the Wild 2 as like the big November.
It makes sense for it to be next year. Way more so than this year.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we'll probably get like an Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, or maybe like a proper like oh god, dude, if they did an Ocarina of Time like full remake. Oh god.
I don't want to get my hopes up because I have a feeling it wouldn't happen.
Or maybe they'll do like a Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask collection or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because they wouldn't put any other games in that one, would they? What was that? Wind Waker's after that? And
Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, and then
whatever the Wii versions of those in that case.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome to have a Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time collection.
At least just on the Switch, so you can play it on that big screen. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I would love like just a proper remake of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Like put those together as one. Oh baby. Next year's gonna be exciting because hopefully they have some big. Hopefully they do the same exact kind of situation for Mario as they did this year, because I feel like
I'm sure
it took a while, but we finally got some Mario love, and that's cool.
They'll probably do it earlier too
Yeah.
Well, it'll be after March, of course, since that's when the 35th anniversary for Mario like officially ends.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can get something a little earlier next year.
Yeah.
So times.
Yeah. Maybe one more proper direct for this year, but that's all I can really see. And I just don't know if there's anything else they have up their sleeve for like a big launch this year.
Yeah, there's nothing that I can really think of that they would be working on.
All right. Any other things you can think of for the news, or is that it?
I think that's it. It's just it's all Nintendo news this week, and that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I think there was some other stuff, but it's all about Nintendo, baby.
Right, Nintendo.
So we are going to kind of switch things up and finish the podcast. We are going to rank the 3D Marios to kind of, to coincide with the Mario Direct. So yeah, we're going to kind of give our own rankings, I guess. And and then we'll end the show. But
I think we'll probably exclude Galaxy 2 from the list since neither of us have played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just take that one off. So we'll be going through 64 Sunshine, Galaxy, Super Mario 3D Land, 3D World, and then.
Well, do you want to exclude Land because that was on the 3DS?
Yeah, we can.
So we'll just do Odyssey, World, Galaxy, Sunshine, 64.
Yeah, that works.
Cool. All right, I guess let's just stop. Like we'll both discuss our top 5, our number 1, 2, our 5th, and then kind of go down.
So
you want to do that?
5th. Sorry, we'll do least favorite first.
Yeah.
Okay. That's incredibly hard.
How do you want to do it?
No. I mean, that's like the best way to do it, but it's just hard to pick a least favorite.
Yeah. I mean, right now, I'm gonna have to say Galaxy because I just did not play that one enough. To really form like a huge opinion for it. Like I don't really have any nostalgia for it. I only played a few. I mean, what I played and what I remember, it was really good. Just all the like the microplanets and like the weird gravity and stuff like that in the game was super cool. I didn't like the fact that you had to waggle the Wiimote to make Mario attack.
This guy always hating the motion controls.
Which is it confirmed in the remake or the 3D that there's motion controls in this? Well, I know they're in there, but can you play without it?
I think you can play without them. Yeah.
Because I know for the lights, you can't play 2-player because I know the second player controlled like the little star and you can collect like the star bits and stuff.
Yeah, you can play without motion controls.
Okay,
there are more buttons on the Switch controller than there are on the Wii.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Yeah, you have more room to work with.
So yeah, I'm gonna say Galaxy, and we might reevaluate this once we both played 3D All Stars and kind of can get a better opinion.
Yeah, we'll do another ranking.
Yeah, after we both finish it, we'll do that. But yeah, Galaxy for me for number 5.
Okay. I think I'm gonna have to go Sunshine for my number 5.
Okay.
I don't know why. Like I'm just looking at the other 4 and they're all so good, and I haven't played enough of Sunshine to make.
So you're probably in the same boat as I am with Galaxy.
Yeah, like I've played the first. I feel like I played the first half multiple times, but just have never gone further than that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to put Sunshine number 5.
Okay. Number 4, I think for me is probably World. World is, and I hate the fact that people don't call World like a proper Mario game, like a 3D, because it definitely is. Like it is so. Yeah, it's got like full 4-player multiplayer co-op and stuff like that. So it's kind of got like that new Super Mario vibe to it.
Yeah.
But it is definitely 100% like a full-on 3D Mario, and it's a ton of fun. Like I said, the multiplayer is fun. Getting all the star, like the coin. No, that's 3D Land. The stars in the level. It's fun, like getting the 3 stars, and there's a lot of really interesting like variety to the levels. So, yeah,
it's a great game.
It is great.
God, I wish more people have a chance to play it now. Well,
yeah, I mean it's different. I mean it's different than your traditional 3D Mario, so maybe that's where people can kind of push it to the side. But I definitely think it holds up pretty well for like a traditional 3D Mario game.
Yeah, every level is like meticulously crafted, and it expands on mechanics in a fun way without like overwhelming the player. So it's really good.
Yeah, it's
Really
a lot
good.
of fun.
My number 4, I think, would be Galaxy.
Okay.
I really loved it, but I don't know. I didn't like the world jumping mechanics as much as I thought it would.
Hmm.
Like that didn't really add to the experience that much. And outside of that, it was kind of like a normal 3D Mario game, right? Like it was just yeah. I don't know. I mean, that might not be a good explanation for why I don't like Galaxy. And it's been a long, long time since I've played it. I think it's been since it came out.
Hmm.
Since I've played it. Maybe I can't wait to get back and revisit it. In this case, and maybe my opinion will change.
Yeah, it is very it can kind of be hard to control it sometimes, I think, at least from what I remember, just with like with the perspective and like gravity and stuff like that, it was pretty different. So yeah, I think I'm on the same boat as you with that. Yeah, super excited to go back and actually like play it and form like a real opinion on it, because I don't really have one.
Yeah, I still have the caveat that even though we're ranking like certain games last, they're still amazing. Like,
oh yeah,
every 3D Mario game has been, top notch, top quality. So just because they're last doesn't mean we hate them.
Yeah, I mean it's just like Zelda, except for Skyward Sword. I mean that one can.
Oh my god!
I just played. I've enjoyed Skyward Sword from what I've played here recently.
All 5 minutes of it.
No, I played for like 2 hours, man.
That's the entire first quest where you catch the cat.
No. Number 3, I'm gonna have to go Sunshine. Sunshine is probably the most different out of all these games, just with the water mechanic and having to clean up like the ink or whatever. Mm-hmm. I feel like Sunshine was very inspired by, or Splatoon was very inspired by, like Sunshine. Like it's kind of got that vibe. And it's cool because there's like a giant hub world almost. Like it takes place in, what is it, Delfino, I think.
Delfino Plaza.
So you had a huge hub world where you can collect stars and do other stuff in, and then there's also, of course, like your individual levels and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think this is also, maybe not the first time, but they have, I think in each level, there's like a pipe you find, drain the green pipe or whatever you find, and it takes you to these random like challenge levels that are really fun but really hard to complete. Mm-hmm. And those are super interesting.
Those are the ones that take away your
jet power.
Yeah.
The jetpack. So it kind of like breaks it down to like pure Mario, I guess, without that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Sunshine's cool. I like it.
Do you remember the pachinko machine level?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That one was really hard.
Yeah.
The one where you're like, yeah, just I remember watching Game Grumps, watching Aaron play that level.
Yeah, I don't know if I actually watched that episode. I need to go back and watch that because yeah, anytime Aaron fucking rages, it's just so funny.
All right, so you had Sunshine at 3.
Yep.
I'm gonna put World at 3.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a solid. I think that's a solid number 3 pick.
Yeah,
I think it stands above. Wow, that's bold saying it stands above Galaxy, but I liked it more than Galaxy.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm a Wii sweetheart, but yeah, World's amazing. Whatever it sets out to do, it does really well.
Yeah,
and it created Captain Toad. Forget about the Captain Toad levels.
No, Captain Toad was actually in Galaxy first. I actually had to read up. Those levels weren't.
Oh, the levels weren't.
But the character itself was in Galaxy. But yeah, and I still need to go get that Captain Toad game. I think Kellen would like play.
You haven't played it at all, right?
No. I played the demo.
Okay. Yeah. Kellen would love it. You'd love it.
Yeah. I might pick it up because I think it's like $40 or something.
I kind of want to pick it up on Switch because it has the additional 3D World levels.
Oh, cool. So yeah. Those were some of my favorite levels. Was the Captain Toad levels in Mario World.
It just shook things up so much.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, you play as Captain Toad. You can't jump or anything, and you're kind of like on this. You're on this like almost like a cube, and there's like
Yeah.
different levels within it or whatever. And it's all about perspective. You have to move the analog stick to see where Captain Toad is going because you might not see a star in the perspective that you're kind of looking in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very different and it's really cool. And like they're usually pretty easy. So it's like an easy 5 stars or whatever to kind of get you to the next, tier or level or whatever. But they're super fun. They're super fun.
Yeah, they're a blast.
Yeah.
And the game just expands on that.
Yeah.
In an amazing way.
Yeah, I think I might
really want to go play that.
I'm gonna pick that up, I think.
Oh man.
Any more thoughts on World, Nick?
No, I'm so excited to see what Bowser's Fury is.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too.
So pumped.
Yeah.
Glad this is getting a second life on the Switch.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like what else on the Switch. Sorry to go off topic. What else on the Switch that hasn't come over yet?
I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles X hasn't come over. Devil's Third hasn't come over. Star Fox Zero. Those can kind of stay on. Not everything has to come, guys.
Yeah. I mean, like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, but those were already HD remakes or whatever. So,
I think most of the best releases on Wii U have already made their way over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, what's your number 2?
Number 2, man, I'm gonna have to go 64. It's 64 is such an incredible game. From what I remember the controls being a little weird, especially like the flying levels were kind of. I remember being kind of annoying and difficult to control.
Yeah.
Granted, you're playing on an N64 controller, which is like just one of the weirdest controllers designs ever.
So
but surprisingly worked for a lot of stuff. But yeah, great. That was one of the first games I've ever played on the 64 and in gaming in general. So that was kind of my first taste of Mario, and yeah, it was such a fun game. Just going into the paintings, jumping into them, and the world would load up, and everything was kind of, all the levels are relatively small worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had
such a good game.
They had a lot of
yeah, tons of stuff. Yeah, tons of stars, secrets and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, I would agree. Putting 64 number 2. I'm a little bit behind you in years. So my first time playing 64, well, truly playing it like on my own,
was DS.
I was on the DS.
It's still a great port, I think.
Yeah. From what I remember, it played really well. It was a launch title with the DS.
But it was also weird because that was just for the D-pad. So you had to play that game with D-pad instead of like an analog stick. Did you ever play it with the 3DS or anything like that? You still have that game?
I don't know if I still have it.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be cool to play that with the analog stick on 3DS. But yeah, I forgot
think it was
that
360 input, but just with the D. I don't know if they limited it to 8 directions. I think they just kept it.
Yeah.
As it was on 64.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, it was a really good port. And I played the crap out of it. And mini games for the DS they're exclusive where you could. I remember Dad loved those games, but you like shot the little bob-ombs up and hit.
Oh
stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I totally forgot about those.
There were like 5 or 6 little mini games.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, those were like super fun.
They were a blast. I don't know why they were so simple, but
oh man, I totally
forgot about those.
I did. Those games are so much fun.
I need a video of all those mini games just to get a wave of nostalgia.
Yeah, man. Okay, cool. I forgot about that. So obviously both our number ones are Odyssey, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, man, Odyssey. Gosh. I mean, where to start with that game? Like it's. I mean, the whole the cap mechanic and like taking over different animals, or I don't know. There's so much stuff in the game you could take over. I remember like the first time taking over the T-Rex in that.
So cool.
It was so much fun, and it was like the game is weirdly realistic looking. It's so much different than all the other Marios. Like Mario has been traditionally, pretty cartoony, I guess, if that's what you can call it. But yeah, this one was like surprisingly, realistic looking.
Yeah, that level in particular.
Yeah,
like the one with the dinosaur, as well as New Donk City, obviously.
Yeah,
but yeah, it looks like very realistic and non-cartoony. And it's kind of a weird like juxtaposition because Mario himself is like a chubby, short figure, and when you put him against a human,
they're like super tall.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense, but it works somehow.
Yeah,
and yeah, the capping mechanic, taking over enemies or items or whatever have you, like, is one of the most genius mechanics in a game.
Yeah, and the fact that you can use it for so much stuff. You can use it to like almost do like the Zelda, when you use like your sword attack, your sword spin or whatever. Like you can use that and make Cappy spin around you and attack enemies, and then if you hold the button down, like he'll stay out a little bit longer. That way you can jump on top of him to like extend your jump out.
Yeah,
which is really cool.
The speed running, mechanics that it gives you,
super cool.
Yeah, there's just so much to work with, and it's such a versatile game. It's easy for newcomers, but it's challenging enough for like veterans of the series.
Yeah, it had one of the coolest. I mean, it's the part in New Donk City, that whole song, but you're also playing a level at the same time.
Yeah,
is really cool when you collect all the musicians. So surprising. I was not expecting that. It was just an absolute joy to play that.
Like such a highlight of that game. And
did you beat the Dark Side of the Moon level, the one where you have to beat like that whole level without dying?
Yeah,
that was pretty hard. I don't know if it was as hard as for you as it was me, but I died a lot.
It was pretty hard. It took me like an hour or two to get through it, but super rewarding. And it kind of made you feel like a badass.
Yeah, it did.
This is everything I've learned, and I'm putting it all to use. Like,
it didn't. And then all the costumes you unlocked within the game, and you can mix and match everything. Like just going to Peach's, what is it, Mushroom Kingdom, and you unlock like the Mario 64 skin. And it's like all blocky, like so much fun, man. This is the first Mario game that I've 100%ed. I got all the moons. The only thing I didn't do is I think there's tons of moons you can buy in the shop, and I just did not feel like farming for coins to do that.
Gotcha.
But other than that, like I did all the proper moons. So
I don't know if I got all of them.
You should go back and play it.
Lot. Yeah, I want to get back. It kind of sucks sometimes when you go back and you remember how lost you were, or like how you just couldn't find anything, no matter where, like what world you were on. Like you exhausted every possibility. So maybe the only moons left for me are the ones you can buy. But
maybe. I mean, I would look it up and just check. Yeah. But yeah, man, Odyssey, such a fantastic game. And then
maybe
I was just saying, I've been playing it here recently with Kellen, letting him play, and he freaking loves it. Like, yeah, so it's cool.
Yeah, maybe what I'll do is when the 3D All Stars comes out, I'll like marathon 64 Sunshine Galaxy and then hit Odyssey again.
Yeah, could be cool. Okay, sorry.
And then just play World when it comes out in February.
Yeah, that sounds like I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a lot of Mario, and I'm here for it.
I'm here for it 100%.
They also announced, which they didn't state this in the direct, they also announced Cat Peach and Cat Mario amiibos that come out February 12th. So right before, or is that the same day as 3D World? I want them, and now I'm like, I want to go back and get all the Mario amiibos. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself.
He did Zelda, but it wasn't enough. The itch came back.
which I have a lot. Well, I've got like 5 or 6 of them. So
Mhm.
I don't know, man. How do I do this?
I would get more if I had a cool place to display them, but
Yeah,
I don't. So I don't know what to do.
I want it, man.
Just get them. It's two more.
But then there's like the 30th anniversary Mario ones. Which do I even have? I got the Link one. I don't know if I have the Mario one. It's gonna be a hassle to find them.
Do you have the big Mario, like the pixelated big Mario with a green pipe?
No. Is that
Let me see if I have it over here.
Oh, no, I don't.
You don't have that one.
No. Because they had like the modern color and they also had the classic color. I don't think I ever picked that one up.
This one.
Hold on. No. I did get this one though.
Oh, is that a 30th anniversary edition one?
I'm actually
this one says 30th on it.
I'm on the Amiibo website. Let me look.
This one's pretty sweet. Maybe I'll like.
There's so many Amiibos, man. Yes, 30th. So the 30th anniversary of Zelda already happened, right? That was back in 2016.
Yeah, it's 35 next year.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's where I'll put him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've got all the Zelda Amiibos. But I kind of want to do it, man. I kind of want to do it.
Just do it. You know what you should do? Every time you're at Target or Walmart or Best Buy, just take a gander over
See what
the
they got.
Amiibo section and see. Take a look.
Yeah, a lot of places don't really carry Amiibos anymore. Like Walmart, I never see them there.
Mm-hmm.
Best Buy usually has a good selection, but yeah, for a while it was all you could find was Animal Crossing ones.
Yeah, because no one freaking buys
Nobody
them.
wanted them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I might have to do it.
I support it.
Do you support the addiction?
I support the addiction.
She's got so many Amiibos now. Anyways, yeah. So that's our ranking. Like, we'll probably, after we play these games, maybe sometime in like December or something, we'll kind of revisit this list and see if it's changed at all.
Yeah. We'll have a special like Mario.
Because I don't think 3D World's going to change for me. It might actually go up or down on the list, I guess.
How frustrated you get at Sunshine?
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, that's going to wrap up the show. Nick, where can they follow us on Twitter at?
At Gaming WT Bros on Twitter.
Yep.
So you can follow us there and you can ask us any questions. I just recently did a poll, just kind of asking people which Mario they were most excited for. 100% voted for Super Mario Sunshine. So
yeah, man, Sunshine.
That's where we're at.
Yeah, I can't wait for Sunshine.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really pumped to play Sunshine.
I don't know. What are your plans with that? Are you gonna try to just mainline one, or are you just kind of jump between them? I'll probably jump between them, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to jump between them because I want to just like go full in on 64 first, but
yeah,
I won't be able to help myself.
Yeah.
I can just immediately play Sunshine Galaxy.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. That's probably the same thing. I'll probably play 64 first, play a couple levels, and jump into Galaxy. I don't know. I'll probably end up just mainlining one after I've played all of them.
Yeah,
and just sticking with it.
Play like a world or level of each, and then.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready for it. But yeah, you can also send us emails at gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com. Same thing with the Twitter. You can send us questions, anything like that you have. I think we're probably trying to push more to the Twitter side just because it's so much easier and so much faster to kind of quickly answer questions on the fly, or if once we get like a good following, we can tweet out that we're going live and send us your questions and stuff like that. And of course like polls and stuff like that too. And then of course give us a good rating. We love a good rating on Apple Podcasts and any other podcasting service you can rate us on.
Yeah. Follow us on Spotify. I figured out you can do that. You can follow people on Spotify.
Oh, that's how you do it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, but thanks everybody for watching, listening
Yeah.
to us talk about Mario for an hour and a half.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some I'll take more Nintendo related news, but I don't think we're going to get anything else. We've kind of we shot our shot, Nick. We've been hyping it up for a year now, and we finally got something good.
For a whole year, we have been hyping it up. We've been saying next week for a whole year.
So we were bound to get it right eventually. So
yep, absolutely. You heard it here first.
All right, guys. We will see y'all next week.
Bye bye.